Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Caleb, and welcome to this reaction video here for today, and it's another Anime America video. Haven't done one of these in a while, or I think it's probably been over a month since I've uploaded one, or at least tried to record one. I know it's been longer than a month since I tried to record one. But today we're looking at top 10 controversies in anime. This is their most recent one. This was uploaded, I believe, yesterday, being June the 26th. So, ow, fuck, stubbed my toe. But yeah, I'm interested to see like controversies in anime because I don't think I've heard of any controversies in anime. Then again, I don't really go too deep into anime, like just besides like watching the show and like reading when like shows are supposed to be coming back. Like especially if I like the shows a lot, because then I'll look into like forums and everything and see like when dubs and everything are supposed to be coming out and like when shows are supposed to start to come back and everything like that. So yeah, but without any further ado, let's go. Let me back up just a little bit here. There we go.
Disclaimer, the following video may feature topics in regards to religion, politics, and all sorts of controversial material that may seem offensive and even triggering. Us here at Anime America do not hold any side in regards to politics and will not use this video as a platform in any way to offend any side of political views. Thank you for your understanding, and with that said, let's have some fun.
Okay.
If there's one thing I know, nothing is ever safe from controversy.
Oh yeah.
An anime. So let's look around the internet and check out some of its dark history. Be a lot. Oh, we're going there today. We're here to highlight some of the most controversial moments that have ever affected the anime industry. Whether it be in the industry itself or in the anime's final cut, we're going to take a look at some of the darkest and questionable moments that made people's heads turn. And because a lot of these controversies relate to other events, we're going to group some of them together into their own categories and arrange them from bad to, oh come on, what were you thinking? Are you ready to see the dark underbelly of the anime world?
Okay.
I hope you are, because this is Anime America's top 10 most controversial moments in anime.
Okay.
Can I copy your homework? Sure, but try not to copy the whole thing, okay? Sure, no prob. Copying anime. Ever since we noticed how Lion King is similar to Kimba, we've kept a close eye on other projects, and believe me, we were not disappointed. Pacific Rim took many elements from Neon Genesis Evangelion, Inception from Paprika, the sisters from Frozen look identical in character design and theme from Saint Seiya, and then there's, okay, could you at least give Hellsing a different outfit? That looks like a cosplay picture, not a new movie character. Even some people comparing the new Hallmark movie Love on Ice to Yuri on Ice. Not only is the title very similar, but it's about a relationship between an ice skater and her coach. It doesn't sound familiar at all. They say originality is dead, but you think the producers wouldn't make it that obvious.
Wrong.
Number 9.
Alright then.
Folks, are your kids taking drugs, skipping school, in a forbidden relationship that God himself would never approve of?
Oh, fuck.
Are they watching anime?
Here we go.
It's probably linked. Says the biased media making pathetic stories in order to get more attention, which is basically every single mainstream media channel out there. Media slander. Seriously, these articles are ridiculous. A teenager in Russia killed himself when a certain anime character that I will not mention because of spoilers died in that certain show, and of course his father blamed it on him watching too much TV. Of course. And then there were numerous incidents where kids would be caught writing names of people they wanted to die in their notebooks, similar to Death Note. Okay, there's making hilarious gifs that is shared all over Facebook, and then there's these kids who need help. Church representatives claiming that if you watch Pokemon, you're practically a devil worshiper. Media outlets claiming there's a link between anime and pedophilia. And then there was an old anime YouTuber named Mr. Anime who was found guilty of murdering his entire family. Dang. While a vast majority could see a real issue with some of these people and ask if they need help, religious leaders and media sources will all say the same thing. If you like anime, you're prone to do something evil, just like with video games.
So what is manga? Well, it's a very Japanese art form. It's really graphic novels or animated storybooks that are directed not at children, but at adults. And it is very, very popular in Japan, and there are dozens and dozens of different genres of manga. And those include manga pornography and child porn.
Number 8.
Well then.
Politics and anime. The only time it ever goes well together is in Hetalia.
Man up or I'll beat you with my peace prize!
Speaking of which, did you know that South Koreans were so offended by Himaria's depiction of their country's character and how they interacted with Japan that they tried to have the anime canceled before production as the show was deemed a criminal act against them? Well, it's not like any other country was offended, am I right? America's over there scarfing down burgers while justifying his actions drinking diet soda, thinking it'll fix everything. France is just a frickin' wuss. Russia is demonic, and Italy is...
The Pocky! White flag sea! White flag!
well, Italy. But heaven forbid we have a scene where South Korea grabs Japan's chest. And this is why nobody can have anything nice. Aside from this incident, there's plenty of controversial moments regarding politics and even religion. There's the controversy of Dot Pixie's character from Attack on Titan being inspired by a highly controversial war general, the second soundtrack for Noragami being cancelled since it featured Islamic sound samples, and our favorite anime baddie was caught reading from the Quran while vowing to kill Jotaro. You'd think after the Ocarina of Time incident, Japan would know that this is a big no-no. By the way, did you know there's an anime where Jesus and Buddha are best friends? Well, I'm sure that's not gonna piss anyone off. Well, at least us here in America wouldn't add anything controversial to our dubs, right guys?
Have you got a stick up your ass? Or are you one of those dumbass Gamergate creep shows?
Really? Funimation? Really? Wow. Number 7. Now, how did Shannon put it?
Beef donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
That's not a donut. You know that's not a donut. Those are carbs, Brock. Carbs!
And while we're on that topic, cultural adaptation. One of the most controversial moments for us kids in the 90s was America putting their little touches on Japanese culture. What's her name? Usagi? That's not a name. Her name is Serena. There we go. And Satoshi? We'll just name him Ash, because that's what all the cool moms want to name their kid. And this is Joey. This is TK. And this one is Zoe. Because who names their kids Katsuya, Takeru, and Ichigo? Ha ha ha, America. What's that thing rolling down the hill? Is that a rice ball? Nah, Ash needs a sandwich. Eat up, Ash. Seriously, folks, these cuts and culture swaps got so bad that when Miramax got the rights to Princess Mononoke, the film's producer Toshio Suzuki sent the co-chairman Harvey Weinstein an authentic katana with a simple message inscribed on the blade, "No cuts." This was made clear that no other studio who got the rights to any Ghibli films would ever change anything from the original source material, ever since New World Pictures botched up Nausicaa the Valley of the Wind, to which they called their butchered masterpiece Warriors of the Wind. Because America. Seriously need to find a copy of this movie and see how bad it is. Number 6. I think this post from Caitlin Glass says it all. Yep, we're on this subject. Harassment and death threats. A lot of fans feel entitled to what people in the industry do with their favorite shows. And honestly, it needs to stop. Many actors, including Caitlin Glass, are constantly bullied and harassed by so-called fans demanding certain information over certain anime titles. What's the next anime dub? Can you make this person dub my favorite character? Will you be singing the songs in English? Let us be clear here. International dubbing companies, including Funimation, don't always have full control over what they do with certain anime. It's the Japanese companies who own the anime that get a say over what these distributors get to do and not do. Yes, they can have some liberties, like what happened with Ghost Stories and Hetalia, but it's not the case for all anime. Regardless of your fandoms and wishes, Please do not resort to harassment and even death threats in order to get what you want. Sadly, it doesn't stop here, and it's not
This
just
goes
in
with
America.
any
Japan has its
kind
own
of
issues with fans obsessed with the anime
popularity
industry.
whatsoever.
Hiroshi Kamiya, the original
Like-
voice of Levi from Attack on Titan, had to come out with a full apology to his adoring fans for betraying them. And how did he betray them, you ask? He dared to get married and have a baby. Oh, how dare he? Doesn't he know that his entire life belongs to the fans? Any fan group in Japan feels entitled to their idols until they're bored with them and move on. Even when it comes to their anime characters and worship shows, they'll send death threats to the show's creators if something goes wrong. As in, wrong by their terms. Hideaki Anno received a lot of death threats from Evangelion fans not pleased with how the series ended. The fan base wanted a happier and clearer ending and resorted to vandalism and numerous threats to make their point clear.
Seriously?
So how does Anno respond? He makes a movie to give a more clear answer by killing off the majority of the characters. Lesson learned, kids. Don't mess with someone else's story. Unfinished stories can always change for the better or worse, and in Anno's case, he gave one giant middle finger back to the fans. Number 5. Oh, such a touching moment between two villains in love. She did everything to get him and her queen to notice her, only to be killed for her failures. Such heartbreak between our loving, heterosexual couple. And that's America's story, and they're sticking to it. Yeah, no hetero, bro. Zoisite this entire time was a dude.
Huh.
What a twist!
Gay relationships and gender bending. Japan tends to be a bit more open when it comes to including gay characters in their shows, but when Sailor Moon was brought into America, something just had to be done about certain characters.
美人賞を集めたし、千葉守ももはや手の内。その上セーラー戦士も始末すれば。
Wait, this is a gay couple? Well, this one looks feminine enough, so...
Never been more ready for anything in my entire life. He's gonna pay for cutting my face.
And there you go.
それに可愛いってどこが？タイガーズアイってばこういう子たちが趣味なわけ？
Oh, another gay character. Well, this one looks feminine too, so...
What do you mean? They're all so pretty. I can't believe your taste, Tiger's Eye.
There you go. I am a gender-bending master.
いいんですか？海外でライセンスを取ったんだ。
Oh, two female Sailor Scouts in a relationship. Well, this could be difficult. I know.
How'd you guys meet then? We're cousins.
Perfect. Anyone else? Oh, yeah, let's just ban that season altogether, okay? Thankfully, they have redubbed the show, so Zoisite is actually a man, and Uranus and Neptune are back to lovers. And I'm pretty sure when Sailor Moon Super S is finally dubbed, I'm sure they'll turn Fisheye back into a dude as well. But it was just an awkward time in America when gay characters in anime had to either be censored or placed in Adult Swim. What else can we say, except people in the 90s were really sensitive when it came to this topic. Number 4.
I'm trying to stay as neutral on this as possible by just not
here we
saying
go.
anything.
Whitewashing in anime movies. With certain anime getting their own live-action adaptations, we have to expect
I don't know how I feel about the
What fans are
Netflix
outraged
Death
about,
Note, though. I don't know
however,
how I
is
feel.
the ethnic changes
I don't know.
the directors make. Goku from Dragon Ball Evolution is white. Go Mifune, also known as Speed Racer, is white. Light Yagami is white, with L being black. And Motoko Kusanagi is white. The fans protest and scream for the movies to be accurate to the original source material and choose Asian actors. While I can understand the plight from the fans, I wonder why people don't freak out when certain anime are adapted into live action in Japan. Movies like Rurouni Kenshin and Ore Monogatari are fine since they're based in Japan, but what about Fullmetal Alchemist? A show based in a European culture will have an entirely Japanese cast, to which the director defends his choices by saying, I want to create a style that follows the original manga as much as possible. The cast is entirely Japanese, but the cultural background is European. However, it is a style that doesn't represent a specific race or country. There will never be a scene in which a character says something that would identify him or her as Japanese. Well, that's one way to stand by your actions, I
Okay.
guess. Why the outrage towards international directors who run by the same notion? Everyone else's ethnicity in Dragon Ball Evolution was accurate, but since Goku is an alien, he could look like any other ethnicity in the entire world, hence why there was more liberty for the director, James Wong, to choose who he felt would make the best Goku. Why he chose this bland guy and went along with a Karate Kid with alien story, we'll never know. Speed Racer, you can argue, can easily be adapted into any culture with its futuristic setting and generalized story that could have anyone play the part of Speed Racer. The live-action movie did their best to choose someone who looked like the character while producing the craziest eye candy we could ever witness. Have you seen these graphics? With Ghost in the Shell, fans demanded to have Motoko Kusanagi portrayed by a Japanese woman since her name is Japanese, and the setting of the show is based in a Japanese city. The movie decides, however, that her being a cyborg gives a few liberties towards her appearance, and if they had the chance to cast one of the biggest names in Hollywood as her character, they were going to do it. Didn't seem to bug the Japanese too much, as they felt Scarlett Johansson was perfect for the role, but the fans felt insulted to have a Caucasian actress whitewash this iconic character. In the case of Death Note, it's all over the place with the choices they made for all the characters, but the one everyone is harping about is Keith Stanfield playing L. Yeah, let's just forget Nat Wolff as Light Yagami, who's supposed to be Japanese, and concentrate on Keith playing L. Even though L has the most liberties to his character since he is a mixed race of Japanese and European. At the very end of the day, Hollywood and even Japanese filming companies are a business. If the creators are comfortable handing over their creations to other directors, then I'm cool to see what will happen. I personally don't really care about who is playing the characters and where they're from. I just want the story to be good. Dragon Ball Evolution story was awful. Speed Racer looked insane, but it had a very generic story. Ghost in the Shell looked impressive and may even win a few awards for their groundbreaking graphics, but it had a story that was way too confusing for a general public. And we'll just have to wait and see with Death Note. But Japan has had their own fair share of botched live-action adaptations. So where's the outrage there? And that's the bottom line with this controversy. America is making these films and whitewashing them. But the countries where the original shows were made from can do no wrong, even when they make drastic changes to Black Butler. And where the hell is Levi? What the hell did you do to Mikasa? But I digress. Without getting too political, I'm always curious to see what they do with any adaptation, and regardless of who plays each character, I just want to see how they can portray our beloved characters.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Number 3. Oh, we're just getting better, aren't we, with this list?
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, we're having some fun. International representation in anime. Even with anime characters looking wild and creative with their hair and eyes and boobs, their record for racial representation wasn't clean at the very beginning. It is mostly due to their limited experiences outside of their country, but yeah. I guess there wasn't too much outrage with Mr. Popo since he's still in the series with no changes whatsoever. Plus his character is just amazing in the abridged series.
I need your carpet to get to my friends as quickly as possible.
Making toast.
Oh, fine.
But then we have Jinx, a character so offensive that her debut episode was banned from American television, and she had to have her skin color changed to purple. I mean, having a badass assistant is one thing, but an ethnically sensitive topic portrayed as a Pokemon is just going a bit too far, Japan. It goes without saying that it took a while for Japan to get it right. The menstrual face began to fade in time, and ethnic characters were turning into badass and even wholesome characters. But then we have Happiness Charge Pretty Cure. Oh boy, we are given international pretty cures from all over the world. England's is just lazy because it just looks like Alice from Alice in Wonderland. France is a French maid, of course. India looks a lot lighter compared to Hawaii beach girls over there. And oh, wow, wow, Cowboys and Indians. Really, Japan? Really? Oh, and they're from Texas. Oh, this is just good. Of course, people would find this offensive, but I'm just gonna sit here and admire Magical Girl, Lone Ranger, and Tonto over here. Oh, I'm speechless. Number 2. You ever watch a show all over again in Japanese only to notice new episodes you have never seen before in America? Well, there's probably a reason for that. Banned episodes and anime series.
Well, there's like 5 Pokemon episodes that are banned. I think so. Like 5 of them. I can't remember.
Ban the episodes from television. With Pokemon, not only was the Jinx episode banned, but we also had Tentacool and Tentacruel banned because having a giant Pokemon destroying buildings after 9/11 wouldn't scare anyone. Beauty and Beach was removed because...
さてと、サービスサービス。あ、それ。突然乱入した大人のお姉さん2人組。自分は決して嫌いではありませんが。
Well, you can't really explain that to children. The Legend of Dratini
True.
was removed due to extreme use of firearms, and Meowth wearing a mustache that'll attract anyone from the Third Reich.
Okay, come
Tower of
on.
Terror was banned, mainly because of its title relating to 9/11. And lest we forget the golden episode that sent over 600 children straight to the hospital for showing signs of photosensitive epilepsy in Japan. Then we have Sailor Moon episodes being banned as well. The second episode, House of Fortune, was banned because...
こういうつもりさ。
Damn, Mumino, the Negaverse gave you some balls. The Chanela episode was banned because...
Ooh. Let's hope Peter aren't watching this movie.
Melody of Love was banned because Usagi snuck into an adult club. The Summer Beach Ghost episode was banned because of our heroes giving beach time fan service. And the episode where Chibi Usa meets a dinosaur was banned because more beach time fan service. Not to mention, an entire season of Sailor Moon never made it to America because how can they explain men transforming into women? The cousins argument won't save you this time. At the end of the day, if the episode seemed too controversial, it would never make the air. But what about animes being banned from certain countries? Pokemon was banned from Saudi Arabia for being a Zionist conspiracy. Well, that's just silly. Attack on Titan, Death Note, and Tokyo Ghoul were banned from China for excessive violence and corruption. Kinnikuman was banned
Fair
from France
enough.
for
Fair
depicting
enough.
a good Nazi. Shoujo Tsubaki was completely destroyed. For obvious reasons. You already know why Hetalia was banned from South Korea, even though they made sure South Korea wasn't going to appear in the show. Kite was banned from Norway for graphic sexual violence involving minors. What am I reading? Kate Kaleliner Prisma was banned from Russia as child pornography. Really? And Puni Puni Puemi and High School DxD were banned from New Zealand for their intense sexual graphics. I never really thought New Zealand would be this cautious, but at least they have Hobbiton. That was fun. Before we move forward, here are some more controversies.
Oh boy, here we go.
Bubblegum Crisis Fall. Due to legal ownership issues, the show was cut after 8 episodes, even though it was promised 13 episodes. Hokuto Connect Bullying. This poor guy, Mitsuhiro Ichiki, went into an audition for a role in this series, only to be forced to read embarrassing lines unknowingly for a candid camera stunt. At least the staff apologized, but damn. Tezuka causing mangaka poverty. Because of a certain mangaka named Tezuka could provide for himself while making his own manga artists today are still barely making enough money to support themselves and their work. Well, that sucks. Tracing other people's work. The No Game, No Life artist Yo Kamiya was allegedly caught tracing other people's work for his own light novels. Couldn't just use these poses as references there, buddy? Kotoko no Basket bombing. No joke, the creator of Kotoko no Basket was constantly threatened for some time with bomb threats and even receiving poison in the mail, and all because one guy didn't even like him. And finally, anime piracy. As much as I can understand everyone's reason to watch anime for free online, it can still do some damage to the companies who make and distribute your favorite anime. And yes, I know the system isn't
Fair enough,
entirely
fair
perfect,
enough.
but it's better than what we used to have back in the old days, which was nothing. And the most controversial thing in anime is...
Oh boy.
It is
I might have to walk out of the room on this
still
one.
happening today.
Just not even be a
It's
part
not
of
just
it.
in America. If you were wondering when I was going to talk about this subject, well, I had to put it at number 1 for numerous reasons. Pull out your earplugs and open your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, as we dive into our favorite subject of all time, censorship.
Oh.
Mother censorship. From converting controversial items into kid-friendly materials to poorly covering up and censoring gore, violence, and sexual acts, we ask who the hell in these anime industries are still thinking about the children. I mean, we have ratings for a reason, people, and parents are supposed to be responsible over what little Timmy watches in his spare time, right? But no! Production staff and distributors have to censor their work just so they don't get a wave of parents complaining about not making child-friendly material.
Oh my god.
Somebody please think of the children!
At first, it wasn't
How about
a big
you
deal
think
in
of your
Japan
kids,
that
for the love of
children could
God?
handle certain subjects like nudity and weaponry
Holy
But then we get to
shit.
America, where body lines are blurred away so kids wouldn't be exposed to colorful nudity in Sailor Moon, poorly drawn bathing suits that were made to cover up naked bodies in Tenchi Muyo, cigarettes would turn into lollipops in One Piece, and lest we forget the infamous slingshot replacing a gun, once again, in One Piece. Thanks for kids. You're magical. Seriously, who the hell in Japan is not thinking of the children? Oh, there were a ton of Beach episodes that were banned because fan service and children equals bad. I mean, it's not like kids go to the beach when they're old enough, am I right? There's also the mountain loads of censorship that went down in Dragon Ball, mostly revolving around toilet humor, underwear shots, and nudity. Does Vegeta even know how many times Bulma's privates were flashed around in that series? So with Japan dishing all
Vegeta
of
probably wouldn't be able to
rather
handle it.
having to censor them in order to air in the daytime, you'd think there wouldn't be a censorship problem in Japan, right? Not exactly.
No shit.
Firstly, there's Shoujo Tsubaki, a movie so disgustingly insane that Japan just outright destroyed the original copy. So why are they making a live-action adaptation? In regards to sex, a law was placed back in 2011 that would ban any sexual depiction of characters who looked under 13, which is the age of consent in Japan. It doesn't necessarily stop animators from using moe cuteness as fan service, but if someone decided to make a Lucky Star porno, they'd more likely be arrested for child pornography. Even though our main cast are senior students in high school. This law made many artists like Ken Akamatsu worried, as it could lead to the Japanese government telling artists what they can and can't draw. God, I wish I had Helen Lovejoy screaming in Japanese. And finally, we have the infamous black streak of censorship, poorly covering up extremely gory scenes and sexual advantages. In regards to gore, you'd think people would be used to it after they witnessed Violent Jack, but shows like Tokyo Ghoul and Terraformers had to have certain shots blanketed over with that gradient black layer just because of how gruesome these scenes can be. It was all made for an extreme viewership
I'm trying to remember.
the extreme gore. But in order to bring in a wider audience, certain productions felt the need to cover the gore just so they wouldn't scare any viewers away or get a wave of angry letters, little realizing just how badly they'd be mocked for their poor attempts of censorship. Let's look at that, that's embarrassing. Whether it be in America, Japan, or any country around the world, there's always going to be someone thinking of the poor children, which makes any sane person groan with detest. Which is why all of us here at Anime America agrees that censorship of any kind will always be the #1 controversy in anime. In our eyes, you either show us what you got with no regrets, or don't bother making it in the first place. Well, this was a fun video to make. Now a question to everyone out there watching this video. What's your take on censorship?
What the hell
should
just
artists
happened there?
be free to make what they want, or should they have restraint in order to make a more general and child-friendly product? Leave a comment down below with your answer. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna... wait 1 second here.
Wait.
Got a little message here. I'm not surprised. Like I said, no one is ever free from controversy. Not even us. Damn it, Sumi.
Oh god. Alright then, well. I'm not gonna dwell on any of those topics whatsoever. There was one topic, however. Whatever number 6 was. I can't even remember now, but I may do another video on it, honestly, just to continue on with this and everything, but a lot of those topics I just try to stay the hell out of, because, yeah, I'm just going to stay away from all those altogether. Minus the censorship, I do wholeheartedly agree with. If either go full out with it and accept the responsibilities, like abide by the laws and everything that are kind of placed out in front of you before you do it, but either shut up, phone. Either just like Robin said, show us what you got with it, or don't even bother whatsoever. Because if kids are able to watch the anime, it's 50-50. I shouldn't even say 50-50. It should be more on the parents' fault for that, to be perfectly honest, because you should. And also, if your kid's able to bypass like parental controls and everything to get through stuff, then your kid's a lot smarter than you expected, and you should probably slightly be proud of him a little bit that he's able to figure out stuff a whole lot better than you are. But I'm gonna end off there before I start getting hate comments on that shit. But hope you guys did enjoy this video. I got 2 minutes left on this camera, so if you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like button down there. Comment if you guys got any more videos you guys want me to react to. Sorry I'm talking so fast, like I said, 2 minutes. And as always, subscribe if you guys are not subscribed for more of these videos here on my channel. And until next time, I will see you guys later.